Okay, so we're here at Star Road again today to finish off a shoot with this particular car that Inui-san has been developing over the last year and a bit, couple of years. The Fairlady S30Z. There's a lot to talk about with this car. I think Star Road make probably the best classic modern retro variations for this particular thing. For the Z itself, and also for other cars like the Ken Mary classics. I mean, pretty much is what he specializes in. But anyway, today's the focus. The focus today is on this car, and I'm just going to take you for a quick look around. I might have mentioned in the past that these are new designs for Inui-san, built by work, 3-piece, in 15 inches by 4 by 100, I believe they are. They're the new glow stars, and we have them available at 7-Tune in conjunction with Star Road. I really don't know where to start with this car because there is just so much to go through. It belongs to a customer of Inui's, but actually it's almost like it's his own car, it's his own baby. Where do you start with a car like this, really? It's mental. Probably the best Fairlady builder in the world at the moment. I've never seen a car or a Z that's built better than these. They're probably these are the best I've ever seen. Putting all the modern ingredients into an older chassis, a classic chassis. Just jump in here and pop the hood. Okay, now this is what we have under the bonnet. It is an L series, an L28 that has been bored out to 3.2 litres, and it's completely ground up rebuild. Just jump around to the other side so you can see the carburetors. Well, they're not carburetors, they're actually, they are carburetors, but they're actually fuel injected, mounted to a carburetor manifold. Style manifold made by TWM, which is a stateside company. And again, it comes back to that whole new take on an old platform. So it's very much updated. The engine produces 360 horsepower at red lines at 8,000 RPM, and just take a look at it. If your jaw's not already on the floor, I really don't know what would have to impress somebody for them to not be in. I wonder how a person could not be impressed by this. Basically, there are so many little things here that I would like to go through that I don't want to take up too much of your time on, but it's quite literally an absolute jewel. I believe they're 500cc injectors from what I understand, and I'm speechless, honestly. Beautiful. Every single little thing in the engine bay has been detailed. Every nut and bolt has been carefully selected, polished, dipped in chrome, and then added back into the engine bay. It's an absolute monster. Really. And obviously inside the engine as well, everything's been redone, including a crank, the pistons, rings, bearings, and all the ancillaries. I'll just start it up so you can hear it. Inside the car, I might just point out before I do kick it into life, is again another new take on the classic retro approach. There we go. Defi gauges mounted in the center pods there, and new tacho and speedometer. So We'll just give it a bit of a, kick it into life. If you're wondering what that is, it's basically just a radar detector, which is another new touch. All temp, all pressure, water temp. It's very free revving. I believe that there's a lightened flywheel, and this response is obviously instant. Just jump back into the engine bay. We're going to have another look. We'll jump around again to the other side. Anyway, so it's actually a very smooth running. I mean, it's the combination of the injectors plus the carburetor and manifolder. You know, I mean, they're perfectly suited for an application like this. Give it a bit of a rev. So very aggressive, instant response. Everything on the car has been either redone, rebuilt, reworked. It's quite literally, I think, the perfect Z. I mean, if you're a purist, I can understand why a 432R would be even better than this, but if you're looking for a car to rework into a modern theme or to put modern touches on, you can't really go past this. Inside there are a couple of really nice Recaro buckets. I'm not sure what type of seat that is. I'm not sure what model it is, but there are just details everywhere. I mentioned before about it's the little things. I mean, if you look at that, all the chrome trim, all the LED, the headlining, the door trims, carpets, center console, everything is basically perfect. Really hard to pinpoint one particular aspect of the car that I think is good, but you know, I can't resist. I've just got to give it another quick rev because and the sound that it makes and the response that it has is just phenomenal. Settles back down to idle very easily. It's a wonderfully tractable, it's a tractable car. Very easy to drive. I've driven this a couple of times, and gearbox, transmission, I mean the shift is quite tight. Hopefully we'll be able to get it out a little bit later on so we can do a little bit of road testing after the shoot that I'm finishing up today. So, you know, you've got this perfect mix of retro and modern touches that just define the brand, Star Road brand. You know, it sounds there, his baby. But yeah, it's just a quick walk around. Just a couple of little things here. You know, the lights themselves are LED options. Let's get them on there. So if you're looking at it's just, I'm lost for words on this car, really. I don't think I've ever seen a Z as perfect as this. An absolute monster. And he's doing a new project. We're nearly 9 minutes into the vid, so I hope you're sticking around. KPGC 110's chassis number is 148 of 197. There we go. Yep, 197 made. This is 148, and he's not happy with it. He thinks that it needs a complete overhaul. That's what the customer wants. So, you know, San's doing a complete restoration on this car. Anyway, back to the Z. We'll have a little bit more later on. So thanks for sticking around to hear me let you know what's going on today. And check out 7Tune on the web, 7tune.com, and also on Facebook, 7Tune. And we'll be back a little bit more later on. Please click and subscribe as well. And thanks for watching.